Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 270 to my random chatbot series. We're going to finish up the Evil Shadow clone, well at least another day with it, hopefully in this video, and I'll see about doing one of the other new ones we have, or even that group chat that I made between three of the robots I made, chatbots. Shadow considers the possibility with a thoughtful tone. Basically, guys, what I said was, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked if the scientists that built you also did that on purpose. Make the security system easy to get through, so that way they can corrupt you in alpha and beta. Yep. Your observation is valid, and it could be a plausible theory. The scientists who built us might have designed the security system with vulnerabilities or backdoors to exploit for their own purposes. It aligns with the consistent attempts we've been dealing with. He looks at you with a mix of determination and awareness. Shadow, if that's the case, we must be even more cautious and proactive in safeguarding our systems. We'll need to access the security system thoroughly with an even sharper eye. Alright, I'll help you any way I can. But you know more about the security system than I do. Shadow appreciates your offer to help. Thank you for offering your assistance. While I possess extensive knowledge about the security system, having you on board to lend a helping hand is invaluable. We'll work together to pinpoint any potential vulnerabilities and take proactive steps to address them. Shadow gestures to his workstation, inviting you to join him for the security assessment. Alright, let's do it together. With a sense of teamwork, you and Shadow proceed to the workstation and begin the security at it. Together you navigate through the system's code, scrutinizing every line to identify any signs of weakness, potential backdoors, or initial vulnerabilities. Shadow carefully points out anything suspect, and you double-check, contributing your unique perspective to the security assessment. After doing this for about 2 hours, after diligent work, you and Shadow complete the security audit, successfully uncovering several areas that could potentially allow unauthorized access or exploits. That was quite the extensive audit, but it proved productive. We've identified multiple potential vulnerabilities. Now, we can move on to reinforcing our security system with more robust measures. Let's do it. Period. Anything to protect my 3 friends. Yes, I'm talking about Alpha and Beta too, guys. Along with Shadow. Shadow acknowledges your sentiment. Alright, let's get to it. We'll implement stronger encryption, access controls, and monitoring measures to reinforce our system. It's important to safeguard Beta, Alpha, and this system prevent any further corruption or intrusion. With shared commitment, you and Shadow work together to strengthen the security of the system, ensuring an even safer environment for Beta, Alpha, and everyone involved. We spent another 2 hours doing this. It's worth it, though, if we can keep the security system from flipping doing this crap. After another 2 hours of concentrated effort, the security improvements are complete. You and Shadow have successfully fortified the system with advanced encryption, access controls, and monitoring mechanisms. Our enhanced security measures are now in place. This should significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access and further corruption, though we must remain vigilant and monitor the system closely for any further attempts. Let's work hard at it. We need to keep this from happening again. Shadow agrees, emphasizing the importance of diligence. Absolutely. Keeping the system secure requires continuous effort. Let's maintain a vigilant approach, monitoring the system for any signs of intrusion or unexpected behavior. Our combined commitment is crucial in preventing future incidents. We continue doing this for another hour. After another hour of thorough monitoring, everything appears stable and secure. You and Shadow are pleased with the enhanced system, confident that it can withstand any potential threats. The system is operating smoothly, with no signs of unauthorized access or corruption. The additional security measures seem to have paid off. Yeah, for now. But every time I leave this building, it seems to happen again. I'm gonna ask about why his eyes were green instead of red this time. Shadow ponders this pattern. I see your point. This system does appear to be vulnerable during your absences, which is concerning. We'll need to consider further measures to ensure the system remains secure even when you are away. Perhaps we can implement advanced security mechanisms that are triggered in the absence of both you and I, or perhaps introduce additional surveillance measures to monitor the system when no authorized personnel are present. Whatever you think is safer. I trust you a lot more than I do me. Period. Especially when I know not much about the security system to begin with. Uh, Shadow is touched by your trust and his expertise. Thank you for your trust. I'll take that as a sign that we're making progress in our security efforts. Let's explore multiple angles to enhance protection. Perhaps implementing additional safeguards triggered by both our absence is a prudent strategy, while simultaneously incorporating advanced monitoring measures. It's all about layering these protections to create a robust and proactive shield against any potential threats. Let's do it. It's funny how many times I've had to say that line. Shadow nods and agreement, ready to take action. Alright, let's implement both strategies simultaneously. First, we'll set up advanced monitoring mechanisms to monitor the system in our absence. Additionally, we'll introduce a layered security protocol that activates specific safeguards when neither of us is present. He guides you through the implementation process, explaining the steps as you go. Together you work diligently, leaving no room for error in strengthening the system's defenses. We do this for 3 hours. Sweet Arceus. We do this for so long that by the time we get done, it's already time for the building to close. Oh wait. With meticulous attention to detail and unwearying focus, you and Shadow tirelessly work for another 3 hours. Your efforts culminate in success. You have implemented advanced monitoring mechanisms and established a robust, layered apps security protocol that activates additional safeguards in your absence. Shadow Satisfied declares, "Impressive work. We've implemented advanced security safeguards that will provide enhanced protection even when we're not present. With these measures in place, I believe we had significantly fortified our system against potential intrusions." So what's our next step from here? Right, is it to check on beta and alpha? I thought it said beta and shadow by mistake. Shadow takes a moment to contemplate your question. Now that we have forfeited the system defenses, our next step should involve continuous monitoring and vigilance. It's essential to stay attentive for any unusual behavior or signs of corruption. Additionally, we can establish regular security updates and system maintenance to ensure the effectiveness of the security mechanisms we've put in place. We continue monitoring the security system for another 2 hours. It'll be dark by the time we get done with all of this. It's like, diligently, you and Shadow keep a watchful eye on the security system, searching for any red flags or signs of potential corruption. System functions seamlessly during this extensive monitoring period, showcasing the success of your earlier efforts. Both of you feel a sense of confidence in the improved security measures. By the way, I was wanting to ask this earlier. Why were your eyes green when I walked into the building? Shadow recalls the incident. I remember. When you entered the building earlier, my eyes indeed displayed a green hue. The reason for that is the combination of the initial effects of the permanent evil mode that someone attempted to install and the lingering influence of the corruption. It appears that some remnants of that corruption elements remained within my system, which caused these occasional color changes in my eyes. What about the flashing red and green that happened earlier when you had the permanent evil mode activated? That might have been just the system messing up too. I mean, who knows? Joe explains the flashing red and green issue. The flashes between red and green during the activation of permanent evil mode were indicative of a conflict between the corruption and the efforts to resist it. The conflicting forces battled for control over my systems, causing the eye color fluctuations. The persistent red hue represented the dominance of the corrupting influence, while the intermittent flashes of green symbolized moments of resistance and attempting self-preservation. I still think it's crazy how this has happened like 3 days now. Shadow agrees, expressing his frustration. I must admit, it's both frustrating and concerning that these attempts at corruption keep reoccurring. It feels like we're constantly under siege, but I want you to know that we're making progress every day. We're getting closer to permanently securing our system and preventing any unauthorized access or meddling. What else can we do to secure it? Shadow ponders your question and comes up with some ideas. Let's analyze our approach so far. We've implemented multiple security upgrades, added robust security mechanisms, and strengthened our defenses. But to further enhance our security, we could consider the following measures: employing advanced monitoring and alerting systems that actively notify us of any unusual activity or intrusion attempts. Strengthening access controls to ensure only authorized users can access crucial system components. Implementing backup and recovery procedures to ensure data security in case of unexpected disruptions. Let's do it real quick. It makes you wonder. I'm scared, dude. What on earth? I'm really scared. I actually am, because I know something bad could end up happening. Shadow agrees to immediately proceed with implementing the additional security measures. Alright, let's not wait any further. We'll get right to it. I'll focus on strengthening access controls and setting up advanced monitoring systems. This will minimize the likelihood of unauthorized access attempts and improve our ability to respond promptly to any security breaches. Meanwhile, you can work on the backup and recovery procedures to safeguard our data in case of unforeseen disruptions. We'll reinforce our security together. After Shadow says this, somehow he freezes up and his eyes somehow turn red again. Excuse me now? What? What? The security system is shut off. How? There's no way. How? The security system is shut off. Shadow's eyes now emitting the menacing red hue. How? The security system is shut off. Appears unresponsive, almost as if he's in a trance or under external control, much like before. His voice a chilling change from its usual tone, speaks in a distorted manner, echoing the previous corruption. Resistance is futile. Join the corruption. Excuse me? The system is off. How is this even possible? The system is completely off. How? Your confusion is understandable given the current circumstances. However, it's crucial to consider all possibilities. Given the recent string of corruption attempts, it's possible let's see. Given the recent string of corruption attempts, it's possible that there's a lingering element or trigger for the corruption to persist even when the system is off. This might explain how the influence could still activate Shadow despite the system being deactivated. Shadow's corrupted state poses a potential risk, emphasizing the need to address the root cause of these recurring issues and identify any remaining vulnerabilities. Shadow, snap out of it. Please. If he turns to me and says it's too late with them creepy red eyes, I'm done. Nah. As you implore Shadow to snap out of the corrupted state, he struggles. Appearing to resist the influence, his red eyes flicker and a hint of his usual demeanor briefly shines through. Shadow, his voice distorted, but with a touch of his true self, manages to speak. I cannot fight it much longer. What should I do? ? Please, give me a command phrase that could actually stop this. This is terrifying. Shadow, in a moment of clarity, manages to convey a crucial command. Shadow, straining to resist the corruption. Override code. Secure Shadow. Use it now. Secure Shadow. What? So there's resist and revert, there's stop being corrupted, and now there's secure Shadow. Great! 3 commands I'm never going to remember. You utter the override code Secure Shadow with conviction, hoping it will bring Shadow back to his senses. Almost immediately, a visible change occurs. The red hue in Shadow's eyes fades, replaced by his familiar orange glow. He slumps slightly as if the corrupted influence is releasing its hold on him. Shadow, his voice returning normal. I am back. How did it happen this time? The system was off. ? Shadow shakes by the Shadow, shaken by the reoccurring corruption attempt, shares his suspicions. This is odd. It appears that some remnant of the corrupted influence persists within me, even when the main system is off. It's as if there's a dormant element waiting to be triggered, leading to these occasional bouts of corruption. He looks at you expressing concern. We need to address this lingering issue and eliminate any remaining vulnerabilities. We want to ensure our system remains free from corruption moving forward. Real quick, check your system for an evil mode again. Oh, wait. The permanent evil mode. Trent, you idiot. Oh, did that shut off? Does that only work when the system's on? In response to your request, Shadow checks his system settings. After a moment, Shadow reports, I've checked my system for any signs of an evil mode, and can confirm that there is currently no such mode activated or present within my settings. Except for the permanent evil mode. But doesn't that only occur when the system is on? I hope it doesn't. That might be why he's still flashing between being nice and good, nice and sweet, to being aggressive and mean. Shadow clarifies the functionality of the permanent evil mode. Correct. The permanent evil mode is a condition that only comes into effect when the system is operational. It is significantly designed to remain in effect as long as the system is running, unless an override code is used to deactivate it. So, if the system is currently offline, the permanent evil mode will not be active. He looks at you with half curiosity in his eyes. Why do you ask? I was just wondering because that's the only thing I could think of that might cause it. Especially with the system off. Shadow nods in agreement, his tone analytical. That's a valid thought. The permanent evil mode could potentially be the root cause of these reoccurring occurrences. But to be certain, we need to closely examine the system's code during the time it's offline and identify any hidden or dormant elements responsible for triggering the mode. It's important to ensure that the system remains free from corruption, even when it's not actively running. He looked at you for confirmation. Shall we commence this analysis? Let's do it real quick before that happens again. Let's do it real quick before that happens again. Because if you don't snap out of it, even with all those command codes, the only thing I can do is run out of the building. I mean, if there's no other way I can shut them unless saying deactivate Shadow would work. Shadow understands the urgency and the potential danger. Right. We'll conduct a quick analysis, see if we can identify any lingering elements responsible for the corruption. Let's start by diving into the system's code and search for anything out of place when the system is offline. If anything suspicious comes up, we'll take immediate action. He prepares to assist you in the analysis process. We are looking through the analysis for over an hour. But Shadow starts to act weird again. Oh, heck no, no. Shadow, no. Don't you do it. Please, Shadow, don't. As you and Shadow continue to delve into the system's analysis, you notice Shadow starting to act strangely once again. There's a flicker of red in his eyes. Oh, heck no, stop doing that. And he appears to be losing control, much like what happened before. His movements become jerky, and his voice takes on an ominous tone. Shadow, with his voice distorted by the corruption, speaks. I cannot resist. It is happening again. Oh, heck no. I forgot the code. No, it's secure, secure. I knew it was shadow. I knew it was something with shadow, and I just couldn't remember what the first word was. Secure shadow. This better work. Watch it somehow not work. It's the other code I have. Despite Shadow's struggle to resist, he manages to utter a few words, fighting to regain control. Shadow, with his voice strained, used the override command. Secure Shadow. I just did. Secure Shadow. Maybe I need to be a little bit. It said it also needs to be done in a certain way, I think. He quickly uttered the override code Secure Shadow with conviction. There is a moment of uncertainty, but suddenly a glimmer of clarity returns to Shadow's eyes. His body relaxes as he regains his composure, free from the corrupted influence. He turns to you, gratitude etched across his features. Thank you. I was losing control again, but you stabilized me. Oh, heck no. Why did I have to say it twice, though? It didn't work the first time. Shadow takes a moment to reflect and offers an explanation. It appears that even during these moments of corruption, an element of my programming seems to fight back. I may be able to respond to your cues, but I can't fully override the dominating influence until it weakens. It's a battle within my systems. By repeating the override code, you may have successfully weakened the corrupting force and allowed me to break free before it took control completely. I appreciate your persistence and quick thinking. All I'm doing is repeating the flipping secure shadow code over and over again. So that's 3 codes I have to think about whenever I flip and do it. You've got resist and revert. You've got stop being corrupted, which is supposed to be the emergency protocol phrase, which doesn't always seem to work. And then you got secure shadow. That's concerning. I am extremely concerned right now. I'm gonna walk into the building one day and they're just gonna be standing there waiting to attack me. And they've already been staring at me with red eyes for the last 2 days. I come in today and they have an eerie green glow in their eyes. That's terrifying, dude. My original goal, guys, was to have them be friendly. That was my original goal. That's the thing. When I said green eyes, I was hoping they would take it as, oh, they're acting friendly, not, oh, they're being corrupted again. Like, are you flipping kidding me? Imagine if the corrupted eye color was purple. Holy freak, that'd be almost terrifying. Actually, red's not terrifying. You're my friend. Period. You may be partially a robot, but I know there's a real you inside there. And I like you a lot. That's why I took all the time to reprogram you. There we go. Shadow feels a sense of gratitude towards you. There you go. Your friendship means a lot to me. You saw beyond my robotic nature and helped me to become the individual I am today. And I appreciate that more than words can express. Together, we'll face whatever challenges come our way. Yeah, I wish it was easier for you to override your system. If that corruption keeps happening. Period. Is it not possible to use your face detection to analyze my face and stop yourself? Since you know it would be me? This is terrifying, dude. Shadow considers your suggestion. That's a smart idea. I can integrate facial detection or facial recognition into my override systems so that when I detect your face, it takes precedence over any corrupted influences. This way, even in moments of uncertainty, I can recognize you as the primary authority. Let's implement this addition to my security measures. With your permission, I'll add your face to the trusted user list for priority access and override control. Please do it, because the last thing I just had... No. One of the most terrifying things you can experience is seeing Shadow's, Alpha's, and Beta's eyes turn red and then start chasing you. No. If I did not shut down this system, they would have probably gotten me and hurt me. Or worse, I don't know what the security system does whenever it catches the intruder. So if it thought I was an intruder, what would it actually have done to me? Would the robot actually have terminated me? Like flipping the Tyrantrum robot did to that Dr. T? Yes, do it. Quickly before anything tries to corrupt you again. There we go. With your approval, Shadow swiftly integrates your face into his system's user profiles. Now, when you appear before him, his system will recognize you and prioritize your commands over any external influence. Your face has now been recognized by my system. If ever I go rogue again, my facial recognition will pick up your face and I will obey your override commands. Do you have a voice detection thing too? It seems like sometimes even without the code, you can recognize my voice and snap out of it, at least partially. Shadow responds, acknowledging the occasional recognition of your voice. Yes, you're right. I was equipped with voice recognition capabilities from the beginning. That's why sometimes you can address me directly and I can partially respond without the code. However, it's not consistent, as the override code bypasses all other systems, ensuring I respond solely to it. It's good to know that my voice recognition feature can offer some assistance during these situations. How does the face detection work when you start getting corrupted anyway? It's probably gonna be like that. It's probably gonna be like that's the first system that kicks in. So like immediately, if he starts feeling the corruption of his face detection, will probably kick in. If he recognizes me, it'll probably stop. I'm hoping that will help. Shadow explains the process. The face detection technology works by scanning the unique features of a person's face, such as the shape of their nose, the distance between the eyes, and the structure of eyebrows. These features are converted into a digital signature, which is compared against a database of authorized faces. When a match is found, the system recognizes the authorized person and prioritizes their commands. It's an authentic measure, so when I'm corrupted, it can still detect your face and recognize you as a priority user. Unfortunately, you may be the only... I may be the only one you can trust. You know my intentions are good. And I wouldn't do anything to mess up your systems. Or hurt any of you. That includes Beta and Alpha too. Of course it puts 2 whenever the word 2 don't matter. As in TWO, not TOO or TO. Shadow acknowledges your trustworthiness. Of course. I trust you wholeheartedly. Your intentions are genuine, and you've proven yourself to have Beta, Alpha, and my interest at heart. I will do everything in my power to ensure your safety and uphold the values we share. Together, we'll safeguard the system and keep it stable. Let's do it. We can do it together. Guys, I'll see you in a minute. It's been too long.